push that thing.
Welcome to Monday Night Live number 13. Got to grow some more fingers. Working on 14 already for next week. We've got two of our regulars out tonight. Kylie is out and Tom is out. Both of them have medical situations going on. Garnet will be in with us later. We've got Art from Artco Drone Solutions with us already. And I am going to go ahead and drag Art in here. And there is Art.
Yay!
Professional comedian. I don't. I guess you're not professional comedian anymore, are you?
Used to be. No, retired.
Yeah.
Retired comedian.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, you know, my birthday was last month, January.
Oh, happy birthday!
And you know what the birthstone is?
What's that?
Garnet.
Ah. You always got one in the pocket, don't you?
Mm-hmm. And of the gemstones, garnet is one of the few gemstones that could come in any color.
No kidding.
Wide range of colors, yeah.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm. Yep, from green to deep red. Yep.
You're a pretty informed man about various things.
Yep.
I'm impressed. So for everybody that's here with us right now, put, man, I forgot to grab my root beer. Anyway, put in the chat what you're drinking. I always like to know what everybody's drinking. Not sure why, I just do. Yeah, I knew you were somewhere right along in there, Art.
Yep, got my screwball. Yep.
And let us know who you are and where you're from. What's that, Art?
Well, I am from Arvada, Colorado, which is a suburb of Denver. Grew up here. I did about a 10-year stint in Michigan from 72 to 81. Went through 6th grade on up to the first couple years college.
I thought you were about to tell me you graduated 6th grade like Jethro Bodine.
Nope.
So you guys that are in the chat right now, let us know where you're at, what you're drinking. I don't see any chat going on right now, but I know you're there. I know you're there, so hit us with it. I've got the contest going tonight. There's going to be 8 various prizes that you can win. And when that contest gets close, well, I'll go ahead and tell you how it's going to work. I'm going to have you put a hashtag and then a word into the, and I'm not going to tell you the word yet. If you watch me enough, you can probably guess. But hashtag, then that word in the comments. From that, we will pick a winner, or not we, the system will pick a winner. And then that winner will be going over to a prize board with a prize wheel that will spin, has 8 different prizes on it, starting with low budget prize on up to a piece of the Battleship Texas. If you happen to get that one, I don't have that here on hand, but if you happen to get that one, I will order it and have it shipped to your address. So if you are the winner, well, no matter what you win, I'm going to need your address. So my address is a Jeep, a drone, and an ANDAN, old man at yahoo.com. You can find it under any of my videos on YouTube. And I will be doing that drawing a little bit later. We are still waiting for Garnet to drop in. Garnet just released a video. He was in Port Arthur, Texas today. And there is another shipyard there, and he found an LST landing ship there that's in dry dock being repaired. Still goes under its own power. I don't know how many of them are left. I know there were about 12,000 of them made. I don't know how many are left.
Right.
But anyway, he's got a video up on Third Coast Drones. I did not clip any of it for this show, but if you want to go see that video on the LST, it's a fascinating ship. He told me something I did not know about the LSTs. They were, very few of them were built for that purpose. Most of them are converted. Most of them are converted oil tankers, which I did not
Right.
know that.
Right.
And Garnet is with us right now. He just
Yep.
popped in.
Yep.
Can you hear me, Garnet? Yeah, I can.
Yes.
Let me drag
You're
you in
a
here.
bit hot.
Let me drag
That's
you
cool.
in here.
So the Insta360 is also the microphone.
Oh, that's awesome. I was just telling everybody about your video you did today on the LST.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
I wanted to copy it and put it on here tonight, but I didn't have time to do that. I had too many other things going on today. So
if we're able to screen share, I can show the latest model of the battleship too. I don't know how that works.
I don't know how that works either.
If I can share the app that I made the model in.
Do you have a tab for screen share?
Let me see. I do.
Well, try it out.
Let me try it now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I pick the app I want to share?
You can share whatever you want. Even those girly pictures that I know you got somewhere.
There you go.
Yeah, let me check my tabs. Okay, there's nothing bad.
Yeah. Just make sure it's not OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
It looks like it. Oh, here's Windows. Never mind. Yeah. Let me see if this works. Did anything pop up?
I've got it right here. I need to add it to the scene. Let me add it to the scene. Right there.
Cool.
Can you see it, Garnet? Oh, yeah, you got control of it. Good.
Oh,
yeah, I'm rotating it around. And then I can zoom out. I've got this one much better than the original one.
And that one is a total of how many photos from the drone?
320 something.
Cool.
But this is the model. It's not the, what do you call it, with the mesh with the pictures overlaid.
Right.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mosaic.
This is printable on a printer.
Cool.
Yeah, and you had one printed already, right? But you
I did. I have that here. Let me get out. How do I unshare my screen now? I just close it.
I can do that, I think. Let me see. Yeah.
Okay. Let me turn the light on.
Yeah.
So this is the one that I have printed now, but it didn't do so good because it filled in the voids by where the dry dock in the ship is.
Yeah.
Completely with plastic.
Yeah.
Still pretty cool. It's hollow.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. Is the hollow part fine enough to use as a casting?
No.
Probably not.
But on the new model I built, I filled it in, so it won't be hollow.
Yeah.
This weighs nothing.
Cool.
Yeah, these ones I've got.
But from the front, it looks kind of cool.
These ones I've got of the Texas that my son printed out for me.
Okay.
This one is, were you not here when I showed those before?
No, I was not.
Oh, okay. Well, my son got himself a printer, and I downloaded a file I couldn't find a file for the Battleship Texas, but I found a file for New York class battleship, which is just two of those. So I had him print me a 3-inch one, I think the other one's 6-inch, and then a 7.5 inch. But the 3-inch is not real detailed because it's so small, but you can see the little 5-inch gun sticking out from the side of it.
Right.
This bigger one is nicely detailed. I don't know if this stuff can be painted or not, but it would be cool for somebody to hand paint this if it can be painted. But you can see anti-aircraft guns, the 5-inch guns. It's hard for me to get it focused for you on there, but anyway, you can see all that on this one. 3D printers, man, they're pretty amazing. Cool.
I guess my idea is not as original as I thought.
No, because look, mine's not in a floating. Now mine's in a floating dry dock. It's on my phone.
There you go.
Yep.
So the
we got someone in the chat.
We got somebody showed up. Living Second Childhood. How's it going, buddy? What are you drinking, Living Second Childhood? We got 8 people here with us. Everybody let us know where you're at and what you're drinking. And if you do that, I would drink a shot of root beer to you. Yeah. What is yours, Garnet?
Screwball.
Yep.
I'm going to text my
Peanut
wife.
butter whiskey.
Hang on, I'm going to
That
text my
sounds
wife.
pretty.
I forgot my root beer. Let's see how
I've
good
got Guinness.
Let's see how good my service is
Oh,
around this house.
very good.
Hey, can you bring me a root beer, please?
Here. My camera's covering up art here. Let me see if I can move it. Oh, here's my trailer.
Ah, cool.
You froze up.
We got Victoria Coleman in the chat.
Hey, that's my wife.
Ah, okay.
In
Is
your
she the
living
one
room
that's
and
going to
water.
bring your root
Well,
beer?
I might as well reply to her right there, huh? Whoops. Yes.
Ah, okay. So you guys are Battleship Texas aficionados.
Yes, sir.
What are the major differences between the Texas and the New York?
There are no major differences between them.
There
They're
is.
both
They're
exactly well. Other than the New York is underwater.
Well, New York had geared not generators, but the steam generators, where the Texas had the reciprocating engines.
Right. I did
Yep.
not know that. I thought they both had the same engines.
Nope.
Thank you, baby. Got my root beer.
What brand?
This was just an IBC.
Okay, IBC. Yep.
Do you guys in Colorado? Do y'all have Cracker Barrels up there?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, that's usually. I'm about a mile from one. That's usually where I go to get my root beers that I really like. You can get the more small batch root beers from that place.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I guess we lost Garnet.
Well, I remember there was oh God, there was another brand. There was Mug, Big Mug, I think, root beer, and then there was Hires.
Hires, yeah.
And
there's one that's made in your state, as a matter of fact. I'm not sure where. They used to sell it at stores here, but they stopped selling it from a company named Zuberfizz. You ever heard of them?
Nope.
They were fairly expensive. Looks like he's back.
I was moving the camera around, and it apparently didn't like that.
Didn't like being messed with.
Yeah, it wiggled the cable.
Okay.
Mickey O. Houston Public Library. Public Library has 3 printers that you can use.
Really? Where is this at?
Houston Public Library.
Oh, cool.
Mickey in the chat was talking about it. Harbor Watch. Hey, Harbor Watch, man. You watch those cameras.
Oh, Harbor Watch is on here. That's cool.
Yeah, he watches the cameras down there in the ship channel all the time.
Yeah. He comments on my videos.
Yeah, I get a lot of information from him, whether he knows it or not. He's been watching the Galveston webcams, and looks like there has been cutting and welding going on at the Texas. Yeah. I'm sure you have heard, but when they did the leak test, they found at first, I have heard Travis is in charge of the refit, I guess you could say, Art. I have heard him say one time that they found a number of leaks. So I don't know what that number would be, but if you say a number of leaks, that means more than a few to me, whatever a few is.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, I don't doubt whatsoever that they're cutting and welding and patching. They still, it takes 24 to 26 feet to float her. So they've only tested 11 feet. So they've got whatever that comes out to, 13, 14, 15 more feet of new hull that has to be tested before they can put it back in the water. That's why they have extended the dry dock tours to February 25th now, and they're now saying it's not going to come out till March. But I think that is going to depend on if they find any more leaks once they fix these and once they lower her deeper into the water.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I'm with you, Harbor Watch. Makes me think that the leaks were worse than they thought also.
Right.
Yeah, and I agree with you. You said it looks like large sections have been cut out. I saw on their Facebook page a section that they did not cut out, but they were putting another plate over it. And that plate, from the size of the guy standing next to it, I would say was 2 to 3 feet wide and about 9 feet long. So that I would assume that was an area with a lot of leaks, and instead of patching each one, they just put a big patch over all of them.
Right.
So
they
you guys,
that guy from Patch It. You know, you see those ads on TV where he's got a hole in the side of.
Yeah. What is that?
Just slaps that on there. There you go.
Yeah. What is that? What is that stuff?
I think it's Fix It.
Flex Seal. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Billy Mays here.
Yeah. Just slap some Flex Seal on that stuff. You'll be good to go. March sounds more accurate. By the way, the Jubilee has a name ceremony Saturday. It's leaving late. I'm not sure what the Jubilee is. Is that one of the cruise ships?
Yes.
It is, okay.
Yeah, I think so. Billy Mays. So is this the Harbor Watch that has the webcam YouTube channel? Or is that something totally different?
No, I'm sure that's him.
But he said he was in Kentucky.
Harbor Watch did?
Yeah.
Well, now he could still be watching those cams from Kentucky.
Yeah, but is he the one that has the cams? I don't know.
I don't know.
Those cameras are cool.
Harbor Watch. Yeah, he's a volunteer with Galveston Cams, but lives in Kentucky.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. He had told me that before, that he was a volunteer with Galveston Cams. I assumed that meant he lived in Galveston, but obviously not.
I do some videos for the Galveston Parks Board. They buy them from me.
Man, you just got your fingers in every fire.
Yeah, so whenever they have a big event, they contact me and I film them.
So for you guys in the chat, I have got a contest tonight, and I'm going to be giving away 8 different prizes. Well, 1 of 8 various prizes. How that's going to work is, here in a little bit, I'll have you put a hashtag and some word in the comments. You can put it as many times as you want or just once. And there will be a drawing made by the system that picks a winner. Once that winner is picked, we will go to another board where there will be a spinner wheel with 8 different prizes on it. As a matter of fact, let me show you what the 8 various prizes could be.
Let's Avada.
No Avadas. Let's watch Art first.
I'm filming the live stream with my glasses.
Oh yeah, those are cool glasses. I gotta fetch me some of those. He's got camera glasses.
Heath, I got a split.
Okay,
Thanks
Art,
for having me on here.
All right, thanks for coming, Art.
Have a great show.
Thanks.
Good night, y'all.
It's just us.
Good luck to all your winners.
Hang on, Art. You know I got to give you this right here before you go.
Okay.
What are you thinking? I mean, thank you. I'll come again.
All right, Art.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Art. I'll see you Saturday.
All right.
Where's Tom?
Tom says his daughter has some kind of medical issue. Remember? Well, I don't know if you saw it in the text or not.
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
He had to go pick her up.
I don't have his name saved, so I don't exactly know who everybody is all the time. So I get confused. I don't have Kylie's name saved either, so it kind of runs together.
Yeah. So the prizes that you're going to, the Wheel of Fortune is going to pick a prize for the winner. And the prizes are going from a almost worthless a Jeep, a drone, or an old man sticker on up to a piece of the battleship. Now, the battleship piece I do not have here. If the Wheel of Fortune, luck, whatever you want to call it, happens to pick that for you, you can give me your address. I'll buy it and have it sent to your house. But let me show you I think it's 8. Let me confirm that. Yeah, 8 various prizes. Let me show you what those 8 are. That's the Jeep, a drone, or old man sticker. This is a pin, like a hat pin. That is a Jeep, a drone, and an old man shot glass. And duplicate almost is a drinking glass. Then we move up to a smashed penny. That was done, obviously, when the ship was at San Jacinto, because that machine has been out of operation for, I would guess, about 5 years now. Then we have the 3D printed Battleship Texas. I showed everybody a while ago, 7.5 inches long. If you win that, it'd be real interesting to see if you paint that or not. After that, I've got one of these left. This is brand new, old stock from the Battleship Texas at San Jacinto. It's aluminum. It's a hat pin. You can see the backing on the pin there behind the was that number 2 turret. And that is the only one of those I've got. So next week that will be off the list if somebody wins it now. And then last but not least is a piece of the battleship itself. If you happen to win that, then I will buy that for you and send it to your house. So that is the prizes as they stand this week. Next week, they'll change a little bit, maybe, depending on what somebody wins tonight. So what do we got going on? What about A&W root beer? A&W is okay. A&W is kind of mass production, just like this IBC is mass production. I'm really into the smaller batch root beers, which are not real easy to find, but they can be found mostly at Cracker Barrel, where I'm at anyway. Someone asked Tillman Fertitta to please move his fancy yacht. Texas goes in the water. Obstructs my view. Sorry to hear about
Mardi Gras is over. It'll be moving back to Fort Lauderdale now.
Yes, Kiera, I know you do have one of those drinking mugs. I think you got the little tiny shot glass, if I remember right. If I remember right, I sent that to you with a piece of root beer candy, I think. I think when I was selling those, I sent those out with pieces of root beer candy. So, Kylie, I wish she was here. Very nice video. Thank you. I'm not sure if you're talking about this video. You may be just talking about Garnet over there.
What's that?
Just he said that this is a very nice video. I think he's talking about your section of it.
What are we talking about? I don't see a video.
I don't either. That's why I'm assuming he's talking about your part of it.
Oh, I just noticed something. The camera on the bottom of my feed shows the front view of the camera.
Oh, does it? We can't see that.
Yeah, that's another monitor. It's pointing.
Oh, okay.
That's weird.
Would be nice to win some root beer. Okay, maybe next week I'll do that. I'll buy a fancy root beer, or what I call a fancy root beer, from Cracker Barrel and put it in the contest along with everything else. So Kylie, I know we talked about this last week, but I promised Kylie we would talk about this every week until the date comes. But Kylie and I have volunteered to go work on the USS Stewart. They're having a work week on the Stewart. Let me bring up the information on that. The dates are April 10th through the 17th. They're doing it for a week. You can go down there for all 7 days if you want to. You can go down there for one day. You can go down there for just 2 hours. Whatever you want to go down there, they'll be glad to have you. If you go down for 7 days, you can stay on the ship, and you can. Garnet, I think I'm getting feedback from you. Oh, okay. You can stay on the ship. They'll let you sleep in one of the bunks that the sailors used to sleep in. They will feed you 3 square meals a day. And if you put in at least 1 day's work, you'll get 3 square meals. And I assume if you just work a couple of hours, they'll feed you breakfast, lunch, dinner, wherever that happens to fall. If you come down for a week or go in for a week and rent a hotel, the cost of that is tax deductible if you're into deducting things on taxes. You can rent Garnet's Airbnb. I think he charges about $9.95 a night. So it's a pretty good deal. So these are some photos that, this is a photo of the Seawolf Park. Obviously, the destroyer, the Stewart is on the left, but they are also doing work on the Kavala on the right-hand side there. And for those of you that don't know, the Stewart and the Kavala are both, I would call them rare ships. Reason being, the Stewart is it's a DE, which is a destroyer escort. It's not a full-blown destroyer. They were built to be lost. They were built cheaply. They wanted them to be fast, which they were. And so far as I have been able to find on the internet, the Stewart, and I can't recall the name of the other one, but there's only 2 of them still in existence. The Kavala, the submarine, is famous for sinking the Shokaku Japanese aircraft carrier, which was involved in the attack on Pearl Harbor. And there's 2 movies about that, an old one and a new one. Well, I call it new, 20 years old or so. This is the same ships. This is the island that they are, not island. Yeah. That is the front of the Kavala. I'm trying to get to these photos. That is the Stewart, obviously. And I don't know. Okay, this is Kylie when she volunteered last year, and whoever that is with her, don't know. But what they were doing, you can see the brown patches on the wall behind them. They were scraping and priming rusted areas. And that's the same thing that's going on in this picture here. And I would assume that that is probably what's mostly going on or going to be going on when we go down there. This is an artifact that Kylie herself actually found when she was doing work on the ship. There may be more of those around the ship. There may be who knows what around that ship when you get into all the little nooks and crannies. But that is what that work week is all about. I'm going to go down there on the 16th. Garnet, you're gone again. Did you freeze up again? He must have froze up again. So other news with the Battleship Texas. They have started. Okay, the original plan is the way I understood the original plan. They were going to repair the hull, which has been done, other than finding and fixing some leaks. 2 more DE museum ships outside the U.S. Yep, that's true. I did read that. Retired Navy still know how to paint. I'm sure they can use you down there then, David. You can go on their website, which is galvestonnavalmuseum.com or org. Can't remember now. But anyway, download the form to volunteer, get it back to them. and they will cook you some breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So back to the original plan with the Texas, like I say, was to repair the hull, get her out of dry dock, because being in dry dock costs a lot of money every day. Then they were going to leave her at Gulf Copper in the water while they took the wooden deck up and repaired the steel under the deck, laid down a new deck, remounted the guns, and did whatever work they have planned to do inside. And then move her over to Pier 21, sometimes late 2025 or early 2026. I think it's going to go probably into the second quarter of 2026, just because these things, usually take longer than what plans are. But today on their Facebook page, and for those that follow them on their Facebook page, you may have seen these, but for those of you that do not, these are photos of one of the 5-inch guns that has come back restored to the Battleship Texas, and ready to be mounted back in its place. This is that 5-inch gun being lifted up to the deck. Where the gentlemen are standing and where the gun's coming up from is the dry dock deck itself. Behind the gun is the outer wall of the dry dock, or I guess that's probably a tank also where it takes water in. So the ship is actually behind or where you're sitting from the gun. This is the gun mount, which they said weighs 9,000 pounds, coming back into its position. And I'm looking at that dolly, wondering if what those wheels are made of to be able to maintain 9,000 pounds. But that's what they said. This is it mounted back in place. The steel rods, they said they said they're 2 feet long. So those must be sunk into the deck a foot or so. And this is the mount from another angle. And you can't tell from any of these photos, or I can't tell from any of these photos, it does not look like the wood has been replaced there, but that may very well be teak, because they did say that the ship had some teak areas on it, and those areas were not going to be replaced. The main deck is going to be replaced by pine. And we have lost Garnet completely. All right. Garnet just texted me. Let me see what he's saying. He may be that his camera overheated. Oh, he's back.
See video of me anymore.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, but it's not showing on my screen. But the camera is hot.
That's 360 camera, right?
Yeah, I sent you a picture of what it looks like at my setup on your phone. But the camera is like radiating heat. It's putting off some heat.
Well, now you know how you have a secondary heater.
Yeah.
Tom must be watching because he just said ouch.
Oh, okay. They should come on in.
Yeah, I think Tom is probably driving or sitting in a hospital with his daughter.
Somebody is Elk Grove, California. We're cleaning, drinking my second cup of coffee.
Albany, New York. The Slater. The Slater. And I believe the Slater still moves under its own power. As a matter of fact, I think the Slater still goes on cruises. I want to say that, not lately, but in the past, I want to say that I've read that you can pay to go on the Slater and go out, do whatever they do. I don't know. Yeah, still a lot of work to do on the Texas yet. Even when the Texas reopens, whenever that is, at Pier 21, they are still not going to let people into certain areas because they say they're unsafe. But those areas are probably not going to be worked. I don't know. I just know that they have said that the main deck, top deck, whatever the top deck is called, I don't know. But only the main, second, and possibly the third decks are going to be open when it reopens. Getting down to the engine room is probably not going to happen. Maybe on a hard hat tour. They are planning on starting hard hat tours back up, so possibly on a hard hat tour. While the ship is in the water at Gulf Copper, once they get all the leaks fixed and get her completely back in the water, they are talking about starting up tour. I can still hear myself from you, Garnet, I think.
Oh, well.
But it doesn't matter.
I was curious how that would work because the webcam is the microphone, and it's right by the speaker.
Yeah.
So
the foundation has said that they're going to, or they're looking at starting up some kind of tours once the ship is back in the water and the deck has been replaced. Of course, they don't want anybody on there when the wood is removed and the steel is being repaired. Once they get the wood back on, they're going to, or they're talking about considering opening up the ship for tours. I don't know what that tour would entail. Maybe just top deck. I don't know. But they're estimating that time frame to be August before that happens. So I ran across an interesting picture on the internet the other day, and I want to share that with y'all. As well, let me just pull it up here.
That's pretty crazy.
So let me explain this contest one more time here. How that's going to work is, here we go. Okay. So how that's going to work is I am going to ask everybody to put in the comments the word hashtag Texas. You can see it scrolling across the bottom of the screen right now. Hashtag Texas to enter the contest or enter the drawing. And you can enter hashtag Texas as many times as you want or one time. I don't know if it has to be capitalized or not. I think it does, so I would capitalize all of them. Did the model of HMS? Would love to. Once, as a matter of fact, here, I'm going to run that for 5 minutes. At the end of 5 minutes, then we will see who wins. And whoever wins from there, we will go over to a selection wheel. And that wheel will select what you have won. All right, timer started. In 5 minutes, we'll shut that down. Don't spell hashtag. Put the hashtag, Tom. There you go, Tom. You got it, brother. And you can keep doing that as much as you want to, or as little as you want to. I'm going to let it run. If you can see the clock timer right above me, I'm going to let it run that long. Then we're going to stop, and this system will figure out who is the lucky individual. So, Tom, I hope your daughter's doing okay. I'm assuming by now you've got her picked up from the hospital. Oh, you just got home. Okay, I was right. So, Garnet, when you went to Port Arthur, did you have work there, or did you go down there just for the ship?
No, I had work in Port Neches, and so I've been trying to film this ship for the last month every time I go over there, but this was the first chance that I had.
Can you tell what they're doing to it?
No, it looks just like the Texas dry dock, but there's a lot more stuff going up on top. It looked like and it had a lot of stuff covered with the tarps and everything. So maybe they're doing a lot of painting. I don't know what they're doing. Secret agent. No.
But that working on those spy satellites.
You can't tell by the video, but it actually had a lot more guns on it than I expected.
Really?
And I watched some. There's a lot of YouTube videos on it. So when it would run up on the beach, it would moor itself on the beach. But before it went on the beach, it would drop a big anchor off the back, and it's got this big giant winch. And it would use its engines and the anchor to pull itself back off the beach.
Oh, man. That's a genius.
Yeah. So Ken Herron did a video on it, actually.
Did he really?
Yes. And he has it going up and down the river. And he actually went on board the ship, and he's in the engine room with some of the older crew members. And his video is actually pretty.
That guy has a way of working himself into places where most of us can't go.
Oh, yeah. He was down below when the engines were running and everything. But he showed some old time footage of the anchor dropping when it was like World War II footage, and he had some pretty cool stuff on there.
Is it I know it can still move under its own power, or at least that's what I read online.
So half the season it's docked in Evansville, Indiana, but the rest of the year it travels up and down the river and it goes to different places. So it's always moving.
So can you take rides on it? Buy a ride?
I don't know. Well, Ken Herron was on it when it was moving.
Yeah, but that's Ken Herron.
He made a weird video here recently where he was like aggravating people with his drone on purpose, and he's getting a lot of backlash from that.
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
He makes a wide range of content.
Yeah.
All right, we got 1 minute, 30 seconds left. So if you want to type in hashtag Texas, go for it. Peace to you. Great to hear the chat about the
Yeah, there's videos of it going through the different locks on the Mississippi River. Harbor Watch just said that there's videos of it on the river.
I haven't seen a lot of our regular guys in here today.
No.
David Lewis, how you doing, brother?
What's it up to? Let me see.
Keep those hashtags Texas coming. I was hoping our submarine driver would be on there tonight. Kyle.
Kyle.
I assume that's the correct term for it. That's what he called himself, a submarine driver. So I assume that's right.
A submariner, probably.
All right, that's the end of the timer. So if you got some hashtag Texas.
Stop! We can't take anymore.
Can't take anymore. Actually, we can. Up until the minute that I click this button, you can still put that hashtag in there. Here we go. We are about to see who won this rascal. I think. All right, here we go. Where she stops, nobody knows, as they say. Doop, 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 doop. Who's it gonna be? Boomhauer. I saw Boomhauer go by. Cookie Grabber, 1973. Cookie Grabber. Okay, buddy. Let's go see what you won now. We got a spinning wheel here. I don't know if you were here when I said what the 8 various prizes were. I'm not going to go over those again, but we'll just spin the wheel and see what you got yourself. It's like roulette. All right, a channel mug, a small channel mug. All right, what I need you to do is email me your address. My email address can be found at the bottom of any of my videos, or it is, I should have made a little sign of it, but it's a Jeep, a drone, and ANDAN, old man at yahoo.com. So send me your not your email address. Send me your mailing address, and I will mail that out to you, brother. Congratulations. It's a pretty cool little shot glass. I use one myself sometimes. Don't have one here with me right now. Anyway, if you did not win, I'm going to be doing this every week. I'll be having various different prizes. The one for the Battleship Texas, those will remain the same until I'm out of the hat pin, out of the pennies, and the wood block from the Battleship Texas, I assume, will never run out. So, Garnet, you got any work coming up out of town?
Yes, I'm actually going to Norfolk at the end of the month for another ship that the Navy is acquiring.
Oh, yeah. What kind of ships do they acquire? I didn't know they acquired ships. I thought they just built them.
No, they're acquiring a lot of these roll-on, roll-off vessels. So it's got me worried that there's something brewing because they are purchasing a lot of them.
And what is a roll-on, roll-off?
It's basically the back of the ship opens up and they can load up vehicles such as tanks, trucks, whatever, and rapidly transport them to someplace else. And they're buying them on the regular. Because we don't get every single job, but we're still getting enough that they're buying a lot of these things.
That is very curious, isn't it?
Yeah, it's concerning. It's like, why are y'all acquiring all these transport ships?
So when you go work on them, you're working on the radar or the navigation.
No, not for these jobs.
No?
No,
What are you
not
doing
at all.
for them?
I'm reflagging them as United States vessels.
Oh, okay.
Like the one I'm going to in 2 weeks is an Italian flag vessel, but I've got to reprogram all the radio equipment to reflect its new identity as a USA vessel.
Mickey O says those are heading to the Pacific. Do you know what for, Mickey O? Mickey O.
All these are in Norfolk right now. We have 3 in Beaumont at the moment. We have the Texas, the Trinity, and the Taylor. and I can't say the one I'm doing.
You'd have to digitally kill everybody.
But I just did the Cape Sable and the Cape San Juan.
So have you been down in the down in the hold?
I've been down in the engine room. What do you mean the hold? Like where all the cargo's carried?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way you enter the ship. So when I go to the ship, usually the ramp is open on the dock, and I walk up the big ramp where the vehicles would drive on. And then they have like maybe 6 decks, but they have like these elevators. These ramps can move up and down to control which deck the vehicles go onto.
So they are. My next question was going to be if you could tell if they were set up for vehicles or possibly set up for people.
No, they're set up for vehicles. You drive on them. So
that is a lot of equipment.
Oh, they're huge. They're big. And they're acquiring a lot of them.
You know, I've worried about the direction things are going with what's going on in Ukraine and over that part of the world. And this is not making me feel better.
No.
Styling and profiling came in late, but here nonetheless. Well, I don't know if you saw Ric Flair a while ago, but you're going to see him this time.
We can't take it anymore.
You're buffering?
It was. It's okay now, though.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here, styling and profiling. Did you make it in time to the contest? I thought I saw your name scroll by there one time. If not, doing it again next week. May hold it till the end next week. Kiera, yeah, you got another shot at that penny. I've got about 6 of those pennies, so that penny will be around for a while.
So where is Kiera Kayak at? Does she have a kayak?
She's been subscribed to my channel for a while. Kiera, if you're not subscribed to Third Coast Drones, that's Garnett right there. Oh man, I just keep screwing his name up. It's Garnett.
It's contagious.
Yeah, man. Third Coast Drone with no S on the drones. He covers the Battleship Texas, other ships, a wide range of navigation stuff, water navigation type boats. Let's just say a wide range of boats. Oh, she's in California.
Ah, I was just there. I was just in Long Beach.
Yeah, during that bad weather, he was down there.
Their bad weather was like a minor rainstorm here.
Yeah, those videos you sent me didn't look very bad.
It wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, they were predicting like 15-foot seas or something.
It was a good day on the Gulf. I was not impressed.
I guess it's good that it was that way, because I would not want to. You climb a ladder to get on those ships, right?
Yes, but if it's really, really rough, they lower a basket down with a crane, and you step on a basket, and they lift you up. So,
okay. Well, that seems like a safer way to go, looks like, or seems like.
Yeah. So when it's medium rough, you climb the ladder. When
Kiara said
totally smooth, you just go up the gangway.
Kiara said she just subscribed to you.
Hey, nice. I think I'm about to hit 21,000.
Yeah. I'm at about 65.
It took me 2 years to get 1,000, and now I get 1,000 in a month. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I like you and I were talking. Well, I'm not going to say that here. So let's see, styling and profiling. Where are you at? Boonhauer, I thought I saw your name scroll by too. Boonhauer, are you here with us? Boonhauer's here local also.
Oh, okay.
I've tried to get him to go out, meet me droning somewhere. He doesn't have a drone, but I thought he might be interested in going and watching. So I've invited him a few times, but I've always done it through his workplace because he's kind of hard to get a hold of. But I don't know if they've ever passed the message on to you or not, Boonhauer. So if not, email me, man. We'll get together sometime. Oh, okay. He's in Texas too. Where at? We're at in Texas. Don't tell me East Texas because that's as big as 3 regular states.
I'm from East Texas, but people argue that I'm not from East Texas. He's thinking about it.
Yeah.
He's probably from Beaumont or something. That's not East Texas.
Always tell people that, you know, when they were talking about putting the Battleship Texas in Beaumont, or when Beaumont was one of the options to put Battleship Texas there. I was telling everybody nobody goes to Beaumont on purpose. The only reason anybody goes there is if you live there.
I don't want to offend anybody, but that's the armpit of Texas.
Man, is it ever.
Well, maybe not Beaumont, but like Port Arthur and Port Neches. No.
Oak Cliff. Where's Oak Cliff, Tom?
I don't know where that is.
Oh, Styling and Profiling's in San Antonio.
That is not East Texas.
No. I said no. I told him don't tell me East Texas because that area covers the same size as 3 regular states.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a suburb of Dallas. Message retracted.
I'm from a very small town near Tyler.
Are you? What's the name of it?
Frankston.
Don't know it. I was born in Port Lavaca, but only lived there for a year. I grew up in Houston until I was 15, and then at 15 we moved out to Friendswood.
Well, you witnessed lots of changes here.
Yeah, I used to go. My buddy and I used to take our 2 raggedy cars out to the oil fields and race around the oyster shell roads out there. And now all that's houses. Those people probably don't even know they've got old oil rigs or old oil wells under the houses.
I don't know. Whenever you go down 45 past the Beltway, there's still a big, giant, undeveloped area because it's full of oil wells still.
Yep.
It's a pretty large oil field.
Yeah, we got oil underneath us everywhere. Back in the 70s, they were saying, we're going to run out. We're going to run out.
I've got a bunch of mineral rights, so I'm hoping they drill a hole pretty soon. I've got a lot.
I had an uncle that made a living off of a piece of land that he leased out for oil drilling.
I don't own the land, but I have 2,000 acres of mineral rights.
How does that happen?
Because I purchased a lot of it, and some of it was inherited.
Oh, okay. But you don't own the property?
No, but my grandfather used to own a big giant ranch with 1,000 acres. And now the land's sold off, but we retained the mineral rights. So that got inherited down to the family. And then we had another 1,000 acres.
How would that work if you wanted to sell the minerals, though, because somebody else owns the property?
It doesn't matter. Mineral rights trump property rights.
Oh, okay. So, Didn't know that.
If they want to drill an oil well and you have a house on it, they can drill a hole through your house. Mineral rights trump land rights.
And look at this. We are at an hour. All right, guys. I appreciate everybody that was in the chat. Kiera, peace to you. Tyler for filing time. Hope you're back with us next week, Tom. And everybody else that was in the chat. Harbor Watch. I really appreciate you coming by, Harbor Watch. Mike Yo, David Lewis, who else? Boonhauer. All the names that I can't go through that fast. I appreciate everybody coming by. Garnet, I appreciate you sticking with me. It looks like you're locked up again. Hopefully Tom and Kylie will be back with us next week, I hope. Until then, I appreciate everybody coming by. Don't forget, we'll be running the same contest again next week. For right now, I appreciate it. Have a root beer. Good night. Sleep tight. See you next week.
And that's all I have to say about that.